Welcome back. September hunting season is here, and it's all just the start of even more hunting opportunities throughout the fall and the winter time. And Kelly Schott is an education specialist in Magee Marsh and is so kind to come down here so we can learn more about the season, how it helps the state of Ohio in a lot of ways. Tell us what your background is. You work at Magee Marsh. What kind of occupation are you in with the state?
Sure. So my responsibilities at Magee cover sort of visitor services, right? So I deal with the public programming, birding in the spring, hunting in the fall, and just people in general who are coming out to visit Magee. It's a well-known place to visit for sure.
And we have these different seasons, and they're necessary for a lot of reasons, and you could probably be more specific on it than I could be. So, there's a certain season for walleye fishing, a certain season for things, and there's limits on them. You must get licenses. Explain that whole concept of the economy and how it helps with the way the state runs.
Sure. So hunting and fishing both bring a lot to the economy in the state of Ohio. As a matter of fact, in 2022, there was a study done that showed that just in that 1 year, hunting alone brought in $1.9 billion to Ohio's economy. So that's really something to keep in mind. Some people are on the fence on whether they appreciate hunting or not, but it does do a lot for the economy. And with today's seasons, they're set very conservatively, right? So we're not really affecting the population, the base population of these animals. Of course, fishing provides a lot of economy here in Northwest Ohio in particular when you're speaking walleye fishing. And walleye fishing has there's not technically a season for walleye. You can catch walleye throughout the year, whether it's through the ice or spring jigging. In the fall, trolling becomes very popular. So.
You say hunting brings in $1.9 billion. This is accounting for what? The licenses, of course, to hunt, but there's a lot more that goes into it.
Sure. So these hunters are traveling around the state. A lot of hunters are hunting more than one species, or if they're into something like deer hunting, they're going to be traveling. They're going to be, spending a night eating in a restaurant, but they're also going to be, buying things within the local cities that they're at.
The structure of the state wildlife, that has a budget, and then the money that's earned through some of these different fees. How does that all get turned to the Division of Wildlife?
Yeah, so the Division of Wildlife, about a quarter of it is funded just from hunting and deer permits, just that licensing. That's about a quarter of our funding, about $25 million a year. The other portion of that comes from excise taxes on hunting and fishing equipment. So we don't have state taxes that really go towards the Division of Wildlife, but we do have something called excise taxes, and that's the Wildlife Sport Fish and Restoration Act. There's the Dingell-Johnson Act for fishing and the Pittman-Robertson Act for hunting. And it's basically an excise tax on hunting and fishing equipment. So if you're going to buy ammunition, there's a tax built into that then comes back to the state agencies. That is what funds us.
You can fish Lake Erie, of course, and the surrounding rivers at this part of the state, but where are the best places to hunt for different kinds of wildlife downstate?
Sure.
Deer, I would think there's deer almost in every county of the state of Ohio.
Yeah.
But are there certain pockets of areas that's better than others?
You are correct. You can really find deer hunting available anywhere across the state of Ohio. Certainly in Northwest Ohio, it is a popular sport. The agricultural in Northwest Ohio does support a steady deer population for sure.
A friend of mine, he has corn crops,
yeah.
And he actually got a drone to find out where and why the deer are like destroying a certain number of rows in the middle of his cornfield. They just come in there in like 12 of them and just destroy it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. Deer can be really hard on crops, on ornamental shrubbery around people's houses. So hunting is a way for us to control the population of deer in Ohio. So it is a wildlife management tool. Some other species like ducks, this is a blooming teal. This season is coming in this Saturday, September 6th. You're going to have to find a local marsh near you to hunt that
Let's
species.
go through the different, okay, here we go, September season dates.
Yes.
Right now, dove and squirrel began on the 1st. Teal and goose, September 6th. Now, how long do these typically run?
It just depends, but dove and squirrel season actually lasts quite a long time. Teal season and early goose season is very short, so it's going to be September 6th to September 14th. So it's a very short season. And of course, deer season is going to come in the 28th and last all the way till February. So you have lots of opportunities to take a deer.
That's
across
for
the state
deer
of Ohio.
archery.
Just for deer archery.
Now, with a gun, there's a limited time there?
There are separate gun seasons set up for deer, whether it is shotgun and rifle or muzzleloader season. So.
Is there turkey season in Ohio?
There sure is. We have a fall turkey season and a spring turkey season in Ohio. So
There's a lot of different wildlife to enjoy in the state of Ohio.
there is, and it certainly provides a healthy meal when you put it on your plate.
A question, hunting does keep the population down. I know Ottawa Hills has had issues along the river, the water plain there with too many animals. The Metro Park's very, very many of those animals.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kelly, thank you so much for being here with us today.
You are welcome. You are welcome.